So, as you might imagine, I get asked lots of random Zoom questions all the time, people pinging me to check in. I get asked to be a Zoom producer sometimes very last minute when a speaker or a facilitator realizes they're kind of a a little in over their heads. And I work with organizations to bring their events online. And it's usually the process of planning has already started. Now they're realizing they want to bring in a Zoom producer. So, one of the things that happens is people try to replicate what they did in person and just bring that exactly online. And that doesn't really work. I mean, there are certain things that were actually restrictions in person. Like you had lots of concurrent sessions at a major conference, not because that's a great experience where people are running around, from one end of a building to 3 football fields away to another end of the building, but you do that because we're only there for those 3 days in person. But if you're doing this online, maybe you don't have to have it squished into all 3 days. And other things like in person, you would never have, hey everyone, find 2 other people to be in a triad, and here's your breakout question, and then come back, debrief, and okay, now find 3 other people to mix and mingle with and do a question. That would take forever, and like inevitably, the 3 people who don't have a partner would be like in different sides of the room from each other. So in person, you really you don't want to use your time that way, but online it can work really easily. So instead of replicating, reimagine and start by thinking about what is the purpose of this gathering. In fact, you should even ask, should we have this convening? But let's decide, we're going to go forward. What's the purpose? What are we trying to achieve? And truthfully, you can't achieve everything all at once in an online space. You have to be very clear about your objectives. And you have to also be clear from a participant point of view, what are they hoping you will follow through on? What is the promise they're hoping you will keep? And that usually comes down to content and connection. So have all that in mind and then go about designing the experience so that people feel like they're getting value, because events are about content and connection. And that's why we got on planes back in the day. So keep these tools in mind, reimagine the possibilities, and if you need help with this, reach out to me. I'm happy to have a chat, whether it's something that's coming up this week. If possible, I might have some time in my schedule, and or you want to plan ahead to do something together later this year or early next year. I'm happy to have that conversation. Reach out and we can have that happen. All right. I hope this has been helpful and have a fantastic weekend. I'll be back on Monday. Cheers, everybody.